Hello, welcome once again to another edition of the Coach's Corner program. I'm Jeff Ruth, along with Harding football coach CJ Wessler. And CJ, our last show of the year.
Yep. Season feels like it flew by. Unfortunately, it didn't go the way that we wanted it to, but I think when you look back, we'll see some good things that we did this year.
You know, and we talked, earlier in the year, I know you've talked, repeatedly about it, trying to build that winning culture. And generally, it takes a while. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. And you certainly came close in several games this year. And I think you were better than your 3-7 record indicates. But that's what the record shows. You were 3-7.
Yeah, obviously you want to have that success right away. But it is a process, and we talked to the kids about that. I talked to the seniors after the game. Told them we were proud of them. I feel like they really laid the foundation for what's to come in the future, and we just got to continue to work and get better.
Okay. We're going to talk to some of the captains. We'll take a look at some of the highlights from the game last week against Shelby, and we'll kind of look ahead to next year. We'll do that right after these words. Back once again on the Coach's Corner program, and Coach, last week we talked about playing one of the top teams really in the state of Ohio. Quarterback, certainly all, maybe an all Ohioan, or
Yep.
certainly maybe Mr. Ohio when it comes to high school football. Shelby was a complete package.
Yeah, they're a really good team. I was a little bit disappointed on how we came out to start the game.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like we were ready to play. Second half, we played a lot better. Defensively, I think that we played pretty well throughout the game. We just we put ourselves in a bad situation offensively. We couldn't really get much going in the first quarter. But like I said, defense I thought played well. I think we held their quarterback to one of his worst performances of the season. He was under 50% completion percentage. I think he had close to 20 carries for under 100 yards. So we did a good job of bottling him up. But it takes a complete game to beat a team like that, and we just weren't able to do it.
There's different defenses. I mean, you can try and contain the running game, but then their wide receiver can probably one of the best wide receivers in the state of Ohio. If you try and contain him, then they got the running game. Of course, DeVito is so versatile at the run and the pass, and they have a lot of weapons.
Yeah, they're a complete team. You can't go into it thinking that you're just going to stop one person or one facet of their offense. They're a complete team. And it's tough when you're playing a team like that. And one of the keys to beating a team like that is you have to be able to move the ball offensively and keep their offense off the field, and we were not able to get that done.
All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights from the game last Friday against Shelby.
Like I said, I thought our defense played really well. We ran to the ball really well. I think our speed presented them some challenges that they hadn't seen throughout the year, and it was able to help us out quite a bit. Here's a nice little pass. We had our game plan was to kind of attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and we had some guys open throughout the night. We just weren't able to execute. And part of that's got to get better in practice, got to coach better, and also a little bit of our youth showing. Again, you're going to talk to a few of these guys, but there was a nice play there by Starks getting pressure up the middle, flushing the quarterback outside, and Keller was able to come up and get a sack. Here's another, just a nice, easy sprint out to Trammell. He did a good job of catching it and getting upfield. we felt like we could run the ball on them. Here's Keller with a nice run up the middle. We felt like we had the ability to run. We just started off so poor and fell behind so quickly. We felt like we had to throw the ball a little bit more than we wanted to. But here's a great play by our young quarterback. He stepped up, he avoided the rush, and delivered a nice pass to Maddox Simmers. He was able to get up the sideline. To start that second half, we came out, we got a stop. We went right down the field on offense and scored, and we looked like a team that could compete with them.
Yeah.
We just, unfortunately, were not ready to play like that in the first half.
Yeah, as you said, that first quarter really kind of set the tempo.
Yeah.
The last 2 weeks, you had Shelby and Gallia, and they both have first-round byes. Good possibility they could maybe end up meeting again this season. Yeah,
I believe if they make it to the third round of the playoffs, I believe, or maybe the fourth round now that they both have a bye. So that, hopefully for the sake of our conference, the teams that made the playoffs have success. It would be nice to see them matched up again.
Yep, got Ontario and Clear Fork that also made the playoffs.
Yep.
All right, we'll come back. We have some of the captains we're going to talk to, and we'll do that right after these words.
Global logistics is the process of managing the flow of resources or goods between businesses and the consumers. In addition, global logistics analyzes the acquisition of goods, how the goods are stored, and the methods of transporting the goods within a supply chain. At Harding High School, we are proud to offer a 2-year class in the study of global logistics. In this class, students will receive an English credit for taking Logistics 1. They will also participate in multiple field trips, making connections through real-world projects with local businesses. These students will obtain Career Pathway Logistics certification, earning 12 credits for graduation. Students may also earn Lean Six Sigma certification, giving them a credentialed advantage in the job market. However, most importantly, logistics offers transferable life skills including communications, economic forecasting, workflow optimization, general management, and financial planning skills that will make them invaluable to any career they pursue. If you're interested in global logistics, don't hesitate. Talk to your guidance counselor or stop in to see Mr. Ellis in room 245 for more information.
Back once again on our Coach's Corner program, and we actually are going to have 2 player segments. We're going to talk to the 4 captains. J.J. Starks and Landon Keller will join me for this segment. You've both been on before, so you know the drill.
Yeah.
J.J., senior captain. Talk a little bit about how you become a captain. Is that kind of put up for a vote, or do the coaches decide who's going to be a captain? Explain that whole process.
So like closer to the season, it's usually around like the picture days or whatever. Like every player on the team gets a vote on who's the captain. The coaches have no vote over it. So it's just whoever sees, like, it's mainly the people that's there every single day putting in the most work and are the most vocal on the team.
So what does being a captain mean?
It just means like you have a way bigger responsibility on the team. You have to make sure that everybody's good before yourself. As a team player, you should always put everybody else before you, and it just gives you a bigger role on the team. Mainly.
Now, you go out for the pregame coin toss?
Yeah.
Do you get a chance maybe to talk to the officials maybe a little bit more than, say, a non-captain?
Yeah, the officials usually talk to the captain, say, like, congratulations on making it, but make sure that your team follows the rules and everything.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Yeah.
So just kind of look back in the last 10 weeks, and, every week we always say how quick the season's going. How quick did the season go for you?
It was, like, extremely fast. Like, it goes Monday, Tuesday, and it's already Friday. Like, it's just crazy. Like, it just went by super fast. I can't really explain it.
So now that there is no more football, what does JJ look forward to? Do you do a winter sport?
I usually do wrestling, so yeah, I might end up doing that again before I go off to college and play football. So.
Okay, but you got a little downtime now.
Yeah, I'm just being inside the gym every day getting ready.
All right, so you mentioned going off to college.
Yeah.
Do you know where at this point?
No.
Okay. All right. Appreciate you being on, and again, congratulations on being a captain.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You pretty much know the same questions. Talk a little bit about what maybe it meant for you to be a captain.
Being a captain was nice. It was glad getting that validation from your teammates, that all the effort and the work you put in was seen by everybody else.
And it just isn't something that is noticed. As you're a senior, a lot of these guys you played with, maybe freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, so they've kind of seen you over the last several years, so they kind of know what they're voting on, I guess.
Yeah, they've seen us all like progress through our younger years, so just our senior year being able to be a captain was pretty nice.
Just kind of talk a little bit about your season, obviously from a team standpoint, wins and losses weren't what we like, but just kind of talk a little bit from a team standpoint and an individual standpoint, what you were maybe most pleased with.
Well, I feel like our team, like our record obviously didn't show, but I felt like we definitely were a lot better than 3-7. There was only like 1 or 2 games where we felt like we didn't play our best and was out of it. But other than that, we were really in every football game, so that was nice. That was different from last year.
Yeah.
So.
And just talk a little bit about the coaching continuity, the fact that, you've got a coach who played at Harding, wants to be at Harding. A lot of the assistant coaches have head coaching experience, knowing that you can rely on a coaching staff pretty much to stay intact for next year. Maybe what that means during the off season for you.
I mean, obviously for us it isn't. We got 1 year with them, but I'm sure for the younger kids it's definitely a nice thing to know that you're going to have the coaches there for you in a culture that's already set that our class didn't have.
And winter sport for you?
I play basketball in the winter.
So just maybe a week or so downtime.
Yeah, a little week, but yeah, after that I'll be in basketball. So.
All right, well, we'll see you basketball season. JJ and Landon, appreciate you both being on.
Yep, thank you.
We'll be back with the other 2 captains right after these words. Back again on the Coach's Corner program. That was a quick change, too.
Yeah.
Lucas Keller to my left and Tramel Thompson-Reese to my far left. We'll start with you. Oh, I think I asked you this before. Older brother or younger brother?
Older.
All right, but how many?
1 minute.
1 minute?
Yep, just 1 minute.
Okay. Just kind of talk a little bit about what it means and meant for you to be named as one of the captains.
I mean, it was an honor to be named Harding's captain. It comes with a lot of leadership and responsibility for your team. So I enjoyed taking the role. I've always been one of the leaders of my teams growing up through.
Yeah, a lot of people might see a C or something like that, say, okay,
Yeah.
captain, it's not a big deal. But when you are a captain, it is a big deal.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's a bigger responsibility. You have more on your shoulders than the regular guy, but still out there playing football, playing the sport you love. So.
Coach said he, talked to you guys after the final game and talked about how proud he was of the seniors and so forth. Just kind of look back on your senior year and overall, how you played, and because you and your brother both had some really good games.
Yeah, no, I agree. I appreciate it. I think I fulfilled what I wanted to do in my career. I didn't get to play my freshman year, but I feel like I worked as hard as I could when I was able to be the best player I could, be the best person I was off the field, and I don't have any regrets leaving football.
And that was a key. No regrets. If you give it 100% on Friday nights, there's, as you say, 5, 10, 20 years from now, you can look back and be pretty proud of your career.
Yeah, no, I think I'll look back and be proud of
All right.
me and the guys that were next to me and how we played and performed.
All right. So what are you going to do during the winter?
I'm no sports in the winter, but I do play baseball in the spring.
Okay. And then looking ahead, any idea what you're going to be doing next year?
Most likely playing football somewhere, and I'll study nursing wherever I get a college.
All right. Terrific. Appreciate you being on.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, Smell, you had a really good season. Saw several of your games this year, and I thought you played very, very well this season.
Appreciate it.
Talk a little bit about what the captaincy means to you.
Well, being a captain was such an honor. It just felt good, just like being like not like at the top, but like everybody would like listen to you, look up to you, just like being a role model for the little kids. And like I got like a little cousins like coming in like freshmen and sophomores, so just being a role model for them, like, just kind of felt great. And ain't nothing felt like going out to the 50-yard line, doing that toss every weekend. It felt great.
Yeah. So I've never asked anybody, did you generally, because the away team gets to choose, when you're on the road, do you do heads or tails?
Well, it was really Lucas.
I always did it.
Tails.
I always picked tails. Then last, I think it was the next 2 times I picked heads because Wesley told me to.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
won the toss.
Okay. So if you win the toss, what do you generally do? Do you try to?
Typically we defer, but the last few weeks, if we won the toss, we were grabbing the ball.
Okay. Yeah. See, there's strategy in everything, isn't there?
Yeah, of course. Yep. Depends on what's coming that week.
All right. So what do you see yourself doing a year from now?
Well, I play baseball in the winter, so probably, yes. I play basketball in the winter, probably gonna play baseball in the spring, and in college, I don't know yet. I got a lot of opportunities coming, so
Good.
probably gonna take the best one.
Do you have a favorite of the 3 sports?
Nah, not really.
Okay. Well, you guys both had great seasons, and as you said, nothing to regret about it.
Nope.
And you lay it all on the line each and every week. So appreciate you guys being on, and congratulations on outstanding seasons for both of you.
Thank you, sir.
We'll come back. We'll wrap up this edition of the Coach's Corner program right after these words.
The historic OK Cafe.
Pizza, calzones, subs, sandwiches, and more. Our fresh dough is made daily, topped with your favorite ingredients and made to order.
Stop in for our lunch buffet or check out our many daily specials.
Looking for something to do?
Come in and check out our giant projector screen on game days. Sing with friends on karaoke nights and dance the night away with live entertainment from your favorite local bands.
So even though Rex might have a short reach, we'll never come up short on service.
So remember, when you're hungry, check out the OK Cafe, home of the giant 20-inch Pizzasaurus Rex made to order. Dine in, carry out, or delivery. Come to the historic OK Cafe, located at 734 East Center Street, Marion made for over 80 years.
And for the final time, I'll say we're back on the Coach's Corner program, and CJ, just talk a little bit about, is there, I don't want to say cooling off period, but is there a period where coaches aren't supposed to have much contact with the players?
Yeah, we won't do a whole lot here the rest of this year leading up to the Christmas break. Right now we're more focused on attending all the meetings to get our kids postseason awards. We're getting ready for the sports banquet. And then really December we won't do much, and then when we get back from Christmas break we'll really get started with the off season.
And then talk a little bit about as you look ahead towards next year, what you'll do, because this will be your second year, and you had some time to work with the guys, but not a whole season of preparation. So just explain how much better that's going to be for you and the rest of the coaches.
Yeah, to have a full off season, we've already been in discussions as a staff on some things we want to do. A little bit of, I guess I'd call it football school, teaching the kids a little bit about the game, and not necessarily always the X's and O's, but the different rules to the game, and then kind of get into our scheme so they have a better understanding of what we're trying to achieve on offense and defense. That's really something we want to try to do over the winter and spring. That way when we get into the summer and then into next season, the kids really have a good grasp of what we're trying to do.
All right, and overall, talk a little bit about how the freshmen and the JV teams did this year.
Our freshman team played really well. They ended up 6-2. That was without a quarterback because Dez was our varsity quarterback, and then he got hurt. So we have a really good freshman running back that we put at quarterback and kind of ran the Wildcat, and they went 6-2, and one of those losses was to a North Union JV team that had some sophomores and juniors playing. So really excited about that group. Then our JV started off, really well, and then we had to move some kids up to varsity. So I think we finished 4-4-1 on JV. So we're really excited about the future. I think we're going to have a really young team next year. A lot of sophomores and juniors playing. And then our current junior class that are going to be seniors, that's a really small class, so we're going to need some kids to step up and play for us.
A lot of positives, though.
Yeah, we're excited about the future. Like I said, I told the seniors that they did a great job of kind of laying the framework of the future, and I told the underclassmen it's their responsibility to make sure that these current seniors' hard work didn't go for no reason. So we're going to continue to build.
Yeah. CJ, appreciate your time each and every week this week.
Thank you.
We'll be back once basketball season starts. So we'll be doing the Coach's Corner for boys and girls basketball as well. That's going to wrap it up for this edition. Thank you very much, as always, for tuning in. And for CJ, I'm Jeff Ruth. Thanks for watching.